Final week of the regular season, and boy is it a big one. 2 teams vying for the 2 seed in the East, while 2 in the West go for seeding. All 3 games today involve at least one of those teams. I'm Chase Kaufman, excited as ever to officially find out who we're going to be watching in the playoffs 2 weeks from now, as are these fans. Game number 1, Kernels at the Sliders. Sliders eliminated, they don't matter. However, the Kernels absolutely need this win. They split with the Cheese Thieves during the regular season, so their tiebreaker goes to point differential, where the Cheese Thieves dominate there by plenty. So with the Kernels loss, Wisconsin's in. Kernels win, and they'll need a Cheese Thieves loss later today. And let's meet one of those teams right here, the Iowa Kernels. The home crowd and the Sliders looking to play spoiler. Call them the Saguaro Spoilers. That's right, there's the Saguaro Spoilers tonight, still staying strong, and they're going to send out Tall Paul again. 2 of the worst defenses here, but also the 2 worst offenses. Iowa, undisciplined. Doesn't matter, Arizona can't score on penalties anyway. Total at 28.5. Sliders 1.5 point underdogs at home, so let's roll. Kernels right to left, Sliders left to right, nothing on snap number 1. So Arizona 1-6 on the year, only 85 points scored, the only team with under 100 points scored. Snap number 3, nothing there. Iowa on the other end, 2-5, just over 100 points scored. That one rolls all the way to the 20. They have 103 points on the year. Iowa, though, the worst defense, giving up 152 points. Arizona, 142 points given up. Touchdown, Kernels! And a big touchdown to get on the board for the Kernels, who absolutely need this win. Get another look. And nice push there at the 50-yard line to pop it in the air. Nobody could stop that one, mainly because it was in the air. Extra point is good. 7-0 lead for the Kernels, 6 snaps through. Ball at the 50, just barely moves. So, for sure, these are the 2 worst teams in the league based on stats. A 1-6 team, a 2-5 team, 2 worst offenses. Touchdown, Kernels! They got me on that one. As I say, 2 worst offenses. They put one right in the back of the end zone. Another look. And it looks like Tall Paul missed to the left. An easy push in for the Kernels. Nice push there all the way on the left sideline. 13-0. Make that 14-0. Not even a third of the way through. Ball back at the 50. Sliders trying to put one in there. Can't do it. And that one goes absolutely nowhere. Get another look. And that one rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Kernels! So the Kernels, they know what's at stake here. 20-0 now, ball at the 10. They put it on its side, roll it in. Look at that. Sarge just follows it all the way through. And they must have worked on something during their practice time this week. That extra point is good. Sarge still has the boot. 21-0. 3 snaps to go in the half. And nothing there. 1 snap to go. Kernels up by 3 touchdowns, and the Sliders, oh, they're not looking good. Kernels lead 21-0 at the half. 21-0 your halftime score at the Sliders. So they're getting routed at home. Trivia question though, who is the backup leader marble for the Alaska Glaciers? That answer will come in game number 3 at the half, so don't go anywhere. Taking a look at last week's scores, Wisconsin defeated Iowa 27-0. Your snap 16, and that's why they're in the position they're in. needing a win here and a Cheese Thieves loss later today as that one sails way out of play. No souvenir on that one as there's no fans on this side. Name right to you, the viewer. That's your souvenir. Enjoy. Nothing snap 18. Nothing snap 19 either. Meanwhile, week 7, Arizona lost to Pennsylvania 21-14. A decent game all around for the Sliders. And they get a touchdown here, though, 21-6. Touchdown, Sliders. Get another look, ball around the 12. And it really wasn't, it was a little bit of Tall Paul. I was about to say Tall Paul didn't do much on that one. But a teammate pushed it over to Tall Paul. Tall Paul did the rest, and Tall Paul misses the extra point, though. 21-6. 15-point deficit they're going to need to make up in the next 8 snaps now. Again, in game number 3, Wisconsin, it looks like they're going to need the win to advance to the playoffs. A loss in Iowa would be in. And that one goes nowhere but a couple yards back. Like a slider actually pushed that one back. We're going the wrong way there, buddy. 5 snaps to go. Make that 4. Slider's going to need to score on at least 2 of them. That one goes nowhere. Kernels looking like they're going to pull this one out and force the Cheese Thieves to win to later tonight. 2 snaps to go. And that'll do it. Kernels going to win. Slider fans already headed out of the doors. A very disappointing season for them. Ball at the 11, and that one goes into the end zone. Not going to matter, though. Kernels going to win, and the Cheese Thieves are going to have to win tonight to get that 2 seed in the Eastern Division. Get another look. Tall Paul puts one in. A nice play by him, but just a little bit too late. Extra point is good, but nonetheless, the Slider season is over. 21-13, your final. Your final. Iowa stays alive. Really tough season for the Sliders, though. Not much of a difference between Pokey and Tall Paul. Might have to make a change in the offseason. Game number 2 coming up. It doesn't mean anything for Pennsylvania, but Alaska can still get home field advantage in the Western Division Finals if they can get ahead of Idaho. Both teams at 5-2, split the season series, point differential very close though. Alaska plus 21, Idaho plus 12. Spud Muffins will take on the Cheese Thieves in a huge night game for both teams soon. Let's take a look at the Tin Spins, who will already be the 1 seed in the playoffs. Now trying to match them as the 1 seed, the home team, the Alaska Glaciers. The Alaska Glaciers fans bundled up and ready to go. Let's get to roll call. Tim Foyle back out there, giving Alloy plenty of rest for the playoffs. 171 points scored, 106 points allowed. Yeti, solid numbers as well. 139 in the points scored total, 118 points allowed. Glaciers need the win. 5.5 point favorites with the backup Tim Foyle in. Total at 41.5. That one goes to the 20-yard line. Again, this game doesn't really mean much for the Tin Spins other than a nice win on the resume. For the Glaciers, it doesn't mean a ton either. They're going to be in the playoffs playing Idaho no matter what. Let's get another look at this one here. That one, Yeti almost knocked that one in. So did a couple teammates. Not going to go, though. Alaska would love to get a home game for the playoffs. This crowd right now is out here bundled up in -5 degree weather. That's right, -5 out right now, and this crowd is packed. Nothing on snap 5. Nothing on snap 6 either. Scoreless through 6 snaps. Take a look at what these teams did last week, as that one gets all the way down to the 2-yard line. Get another look. Everybody just missed it for Pennsylvania. A nice little defensive play there by the defender, Marble. And I wonder if one of those Glaciers would have actually knocked it in if the defender, Marble, didn't hit the marble instead of the ball. Nice play there. Last week, we already mentioned it, Pennsylvania defeated Arizona, even with their backup in, 21-14, while Alaska took the win over Idaho. So Alaska in this position as well, just like Iowa was, because they lost to Wisconsin last week. So last week's games really turning out to make Week 8 such a great week. Snap 12, still nothing there. 0-0 through 12 snaps, and just some whiffs on that one by Alaska. And I know both of these teams are already in the playoffs, but they're not playing like playoff teams right now. That one at the 48-ish. Nothing there. 2 snaps to go. That one's still between the 40 and the 50. Nothing in the first half between either of these teams. 0-0. 0-0 at the half, not like either of these teams. Alaska 5-2, 139 points scored on the year. Pennsylvania 6-1, 171 points scored on the year. Top 2 offenses in the league, yet 0-0 at the half. Snap 16, and ball goes nowhere. This is really, really surprising here in game number 2. That one goes around the 30. Snap 18, how about it? Nothing there. So if you took the over, I apologize. That's going to be a loss. Ball at the 10 now. That one, Tim Foyle doing his best to give Alaska a touchdown. Nothing there. So that was an odd-looking play. It looked like Tim Foyle jumped over it. He sure did. And then it looks like a tin spin tried to knock it in his own end zone. It looks like Yeti smacked a marble, one of the tin spins to be exact, into the ball. That ball ends up around the 4. This is a weird, weird game right now. Nothing there. Snap 23, maybe. And looks like a Glacier tried to push that one in late. Take a look at that defender marble. Bounced off his launcher. Waited about 10 seconds before just getting to the ball. Ball's around the 28. A slow push down to the 18. Snap 24. Touchdown! 10 spins! It's about time we see a score. These Glacier fans were iced because nothing had happened. They didn't like the results of that play, but a nice play by Tim Foyle and team to knock that one in the end zone from about 80 yards out. Extra point is good. 7-0 tin spins. 6 snaps to go. That one goes nowhere. Glaciers looking like they might be on the road for their playoff game in the Western Division Finals. 4 snaps to go. Alaska needs this one. Not going to get it. 3 snaps now. Ball at the 15. Last week, it took the last snap of the game to push it into overtime where they ended up winning. And they might have to do it again here. Snap 30. Ball at midfield. Crowd not on their feet because they're frozen in their seats. Snap 30. Touchdown, Glaciers! Once again, the Glaciers score on the last snap of the game. And last week, as we get another look there, just pushed it in the air, nothing much to it. Last week, they scored in the last snap, but they missed the extra point to send it to overtime. Now they need the extra point to send it to overtime. It's good! Glaciers send it to overtime. Overtime for the second week in a row for the Glaciers. Their fans are ready for this one. Glaciers now going left to right. Tin spins right to left. Nothing there. Glaciers home crowd treated to overtime 2 weeks in a row. Nothing on snap 32. Glaciers need this one to have a chance for home field advantage in the playoffs. Snap 34. Nothing there. Ball still at midfield. A hard-fought game from backup Tim Foyle and the starter Yeti of the Glaciers. Snap 35. Glaciers want this home game in front of their home crowd. Tin spins already the 1 seed. Locked in. Not going to get it there. Trying to play spoiler in front of these Glacier fans. This could be a marble matchup for the marble. Touchdown, Glaciers! Back-to-back weeks, the Glaciers take the win in overtime. Get another look. Ball at the 12. Tin spins miss it, and a Glacier comes up the wall and sneaks it into the end zone. Touchdown, Glaciers! 13-7 your final. Game over. Well, for the second week in a row, the Glaciers score on the last snap to send it to overtime and then win it in overtime. 13-7 your final there. They force Idaho to win by at least 15 points now for the Spud Muffins to take the 1 seed. And speaking of those baked potatoes, they're going to face the Cheese Thieves in a game they need as well. Win and they're in. Lose and their season is donezo. Get a look at the updated standings after 23 games of action. Pennsylvania finishes at 6-2. Alaska gonna be in the playoffs at 6-2 as well. They'll play Idaho in the first round. Now it just matters to see who is gonna be at home and who's gonna be away. Looking for a win here like a thief looks for cheese, here are the Wisconsin Cheese Thieves. Also looking for a win by at least 15, the Idaho Spud Muffins. Minutes at 450 degrees, flipped over halfway through baking, covered with butter and salt. They are fluffed and ready to roll. Jack and Top both here for the biggest games of their season so far. Cheese Thieves solid stats, really close to 50% on forward push and faceoffs. Tot a little higher than that, 51, 57, and Wisconsin has actually scored more points than Idaho, so don't let that 2-5 record deceive you. Vegas definitely didn't. Wisconsin only getting 2.5 here. This game means a bit more to them than it does Idaho. Total at 37. Let's go. Spud Muffins left to right. Cheese Thieves right to left. Touchdown, Cheese Thieves! Already on the board are the Cheese Thieves. Get another look. Ball at midfield, of course. Face-off won by the Cheese Thieves. Off the edge. Rolls into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Kernel fans already not enjoying what they're seeing here. Extra point is good. 7-0 Wisconsin. Again, I know we said it a couple times, but the Cheese Thieves need this win. Cheese Thieves win, they're in. Cheese Thieves lose, they're out. Iowa's in. That one sails out of these play. Last week, Idaho lost to Alaska 26-20. In Wisconsin, they smacked Iowa rather, 27-0. We get a flag here. It's going to be a false start on the Cheese Thieves, just barely a false start. So not a good look for them. Idaho going to get a marble advantage, see if they can take advantage of it. Snap number 5, ball at the 30. Touchdown, Spud Muffins! They do take advantage of the penalty. And that is not a good look there for the Cheese Thieves. Get another look at that one. Just absolutely overpowers the Cheese Thieves there. All 3 marbles for the Cheese Thieves back in their own end zone. Idaho 1 for 2 on marble advantages on the year as they convert the extra point. Make that 2 for 3 now on the year. One up in the air around the 25-yard line. And back to the 25-ish yard line of Idaho. Snap 8-0 there. We're currently tied 7-7. Idaho 120 points scored on the year, 108 points allowed. Penalty on the play though. And the Cheese Thieves getting antsy again. Another false start. Can Idaho take advantage again? Second marble advantage on the day for Idaho. Ball at the 30. And nothing on that one. So now they're 1 for 2 on the day for marble advantages. That one bounces up in the air and pushed to the 30 very late. Snap 11 goes to the 50-yard line. And nothing on snap 12. Wisconsin, 136 points scored on the year, 128 points allowed. Wisconsin better than their record. We'll just say it how it is. Idaho, maybe not as good as their record. Only a plus 12 point differential. Snap 15, nothing there. We're going to have a tie game going into the second half, 7-7. 7-7 your halftime score, and Wisconsin playing like their stats, not their record. Get to that trivia answer. Who is the backup leader marble for the Alaska Glaciers? If you said Icy, you would be correct. Let's get to the second half. Teams switch sides. Cheese Thieves left to right. Spud Muffins right to left. 7-7 currently. Nothing on snap 16. Once again, Idaho looking for home field advantage, but they need to win by at least 15. Wisconsin looking to be in the playoffs. They just need to win at this point. Snap 19. Ooh, that was a quick push there by the Cheese Thieves. Get another look. Wow, that was a nice push, not even by Jack, by one of his teammates all the way down to the 3-yard line. And we'll see if Idaho can push it back a little bit. And they get about 90 yards on that play. Ball around the 9. Snap 21. Everybody misses on that one. Yikes. Usually it's a benefit to have the ball on your side. That way you can get first push. But if it's a little too close to your end zone, then it's a really risky play because you might not even touch the ball at all. Ball around the 8 now. That one, ooh, that one rolled on its side around the 10-yard line, but then it started to roll right. Get another look. And that ball, it looks like it wanted to go into the end zone, but nothing there. Snap 24, still tied 7-7. Touchdown, Cheese Thieves! Huge touchdown for the Cheese Thieves. 13-7 now, ball around the 9-yard line. Spud Muffins didn't really get a push on it. Wisconsin got the push instead. And it looks like Wisconsin is on their way to making it to the playoffs. Extra point is good. 14-7 in favor of the Cheese Thieves. 6 snaps to go. Touchdown, Cheese Thieves! Back-to-back touchdowns for Wisconsin, and they want this playoff spot. Get another look. 4 marbles push it into the end zone. Jack, their leader, leads them the way. Extra point, no good. But the Cheese Thieves are now up 13 points. Spud Muffins needed to win by 15 as that one almost goes for back-to-back-to-back touchdowns. Spud Muffins needed to win by 15 as they almost put one in their own end zone there. Again, needed to win by 15 to get home field advantage. Alaska going to be the 1 seed now. Idaho needs this here. Touchdown, Idaho! Oh my gosh. They needed 2 touchdowns in the last 2 snaps of the game, and they get one here on snap 29. Currently, it's a 20-13 game. A nice late push there by the Muffins. Cheese Thief tried to save it. 20-13. Extra point is good. 20-14. Spud Muffins need this to stay in the game. If the Cheese Thieves stop them, they will get into the playoffs. Nothing! Cheese Thieves win into the playoffs. Your final! A thriller to end the season. Cheese Thieves take the win 20-14 and clinch the 2 seed in the East. I'm out of breath, but let's get to the game recaps anyways. Game number 1, Kernels at the Sliders. Iowa scored 3 times in 6 snaps, took a 21-0 lead into the second half. Tall Paul put up a couple touchdowns late in the game, but it wasn't enough. Kernels would go on to force the Cheese Thieves to win. Sliders end a disappointing season. Evening game arose, and after a scoreless and uneventful first half, the second half was just the opposite. Tim Foyle knocked one in on snap 24 and drilled the extra point, but once again, the Glaciers would come through. On snap 30, with the crowd on their feet, Yeti trekked through the snow to score from midfield, and then converting the extra point to send it to overtime. 8 snaps later, and not Yeti, but a teammate hits it off the wall and sends it into the pit. 13-7 your final there. Final regular season game, another classic, Wisconsin-Idaho. Both teams needed the win. Thieves got on the board right away. Idaho tied it up a few snaps later. It would stay that way until the second half. Snap 24, Wisconsin sent one in and then did it again on snap 25. Iowa Kernels watching in agony as Idaho was down 13 with 2 snaps to go. They would make it close by cutting it to 1 score with 1 snap left to go, snap 30, but unfortunately, the Spud Muffins couldn't get it done. Cheese Thieves hold on to get that final playoff spot. Take a look at the final standings at the end of the regular season. Pennsylvania, your Eastern Division champs, at 6-2. Wisconsin sneaks in the 2 seed at 3-5, advances by virtue of the point differential tiebreaker. Iowa just misses out. In the West, it was Idaho on top for much of the season until they lost back-to-back games while Alaska won their last 2. Glaciers division champs in the West. Quick preview of our division championships. The Cheese Thieves will fly over the Great Lakes to Pennsylvania to take on the 6-2 Tin Spins. Pennsylvania 2-0 against the Mice this season. In the West, after a turn of events, Alaska grabs home field advantage over Idaho, a huge advantage as Idaho will have to make the time zone jump now. That series is split on the season. Divisional championships will take place on January 25th. Much needed breaks for all these players as well as myself. These games have been great. Playoffs finally set. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. For our producer, Daniel Cole, I'm Chase Kaufman, and once again, thanks for watching the Marble Football League.